Hi everybody and welcome to Dinogamerpey's channel, and today I'm going to be talking to you a little bit about something. First of all, I want to say that today I woke up finding out that our next president will be Trump. Now, I don't care because I've already discussed with it on my personal Facebook how I felt about it and whatnot. But for those of you who are upset about it, you can be upset. That's your own personal opinion. If you're happy about it, that's your own personal opinion. But for right now, we all have to come together and agree that he is our president of the United States and that he will be doing what he can for the nation. And then, I mean, personally, I'm very tired, and I just want 2020 to begin. But other than that, so that was the news we received this morning, and there's a lot of uproar. Now, actually, I want to talk to you about something that actually came on my feed earlier today, which was normally, if you're upset about what's going on in the presidency, you can freely express it without having to burn our American flag. Okay, apparently through a couple of states there had been people screaming, F Donald Trump, F Donald J. Trump, as well as burning the flag to prove a point. I can understand if you hate the guy, I can understand if you protest, but do not burn the American flag. Okay? The flag is just the flag. The flag is a representation of all of us, and then you kind of just burn it, and that's not right. That's not okay at all. That flag is supposed to represent freedom, and it's supposed to represent everything about America. And I understand no one wants Trump to represent America. I know a lot of my friends who don't want him to run this country into the ground, nor do I know families who don't want this to be turned into something that is going to be disastrous. I just feel within the next 4 years that people really need to think about everything that's going to be happening to them in the next 4 years, and how everything's going to be affecting them. I had said some crucial things on Twitter earlier this morning. I was angry, I was upset, and I even later on that same day had apologized about what I had said on Twitter, because even though I was mad, I was angry, that's something that should have been kept within my boundaries, or my family or my friends who can, talk to me about it, versus talking through it throughout a whole nation who had, since the very beginning, had a mixed feeling about the whole Hillary versus Trump thing. Now, personally, I was always against either side, because either side had, pushed hatred towards one another. Like, there was a lot more videos about people slurring hatred towards one another when I saw Trump rallies. There was also some hatred towards how, when Hillary would have been if Hillary was president, there is a lot of people who were supporters who were also vicious towards Trump players. Ever before this election, I mean, we were a nation, we were people that got angry quickly. We were fighters, and we did take it out on people, but it wasn't to the point where we made people into the monsters they are today because of the election. And that was actually one of the things I want to talk to you, is that the people that we're turning into because of this whole election is turning into something that is completely out of control, monstrous, not what we were supposed to stand for many years, since many years ago. And people are kind of turning on one another because of other people's viewpoints. Personally, I feel that people that are taking hatred as something that it can stand up against other nations is crazy. You're not going to get far if you just keep hating people. You're not going to get far by hating Muslims. You're not going to get far by hating, Mexicans, you're not going to get far by hating of any race. You're just not going to get far. They're all human just like you are. We're all one race. We are all under one race. We are the human race. We need to start working together versus against each other. And a lot of people just don't understand that. Because more people are worried about the color of someone's skin, the viewpoints somebody is taking, and the people who people are like believing in, or what they believe in. Christians and Catholic have gone so far as to hate one another, even though they almost believe in the same fucking thing. They just have different viewpoints on certain points. And it's kind of tearing me up inside to watch our nation get torn apart because people can't, they can't take it as adults. They can't take it to where they should be working together versus against each other. And that's something that we as a nation need to work on. We need to work on actually doing things together. We need to make sure that we're caring for one another, and we need to make sure that everything is actually working versus what is going on now. And by putting a wall up against everything, that's not going to exactly help us with anything. In fact, that's just going to cause a lot more problems for this nation and whatnot. I feel that, yes, I can understand if you want to close off a lot of stuff, like a lot of trade stuff, or not trade stuff, but you want to keep more American nation. I can understand that. I actually respect that. But completely just cutting it off by putting walls, that's a little crazy. It's dictative, and it's just something that's completely scary. And the fact that we're allowing something like this to happen in our nation is almost terrifying as well. But at the same time, a lot of people are forced to believe that we should be hating everybody else except us as a nation. That we should be hating everybody who isn't an American, who isn't under this lovely home that we called ourselves the United States. And that's what people are just doing. And it's really bothering me. It's bothering other people that are not in support of the hatred that's going around. It's also not I can understand your hatred towards the president too, because of personal opinions on it's not just him, it's on both presidents, but mainly mainly what's going on with everything that is going on currently. I can't even form words because I'm still stunned slightly. But today, when I watched that video about the college students who were making an uproar about what's going on with Donald Trump being a president, I mean, I know there's others that wouldn't care for him, but I don't see them rising up screaming F Donald Trump and burning our flag. I don't see them going out to protest because outside the White House, which, by the way, the president is not the new president will not be the president until January. So right now you're outside of Obama's home screaming F Donald Trump when he's not even in the White House yet. And honestly, I hate talking about politics because it's something that everyone gets offended about. Everyone gets offended because if you're not on the person, if you're talking to somebody and you completely disagree with them, all of a sudden you two become enemies because you guys can't agree on which political system is better. Personally, I think our political system is fucked up and we need to fix it. Actually, we just take the political system out of it entirely and either build a new one that makes a lot more sense or one that's going to cause less damage to the nation. Because as it is now, we're split in half, or even split in thirds. Because personally, I'm not proud of it, but I'm an independent. Considered in the independent party. I'm not a Republican, nor am I a Democrat. And it's because I'm that type of person that just doesn't want to deal with that type of things. I don't want to stand for all of Republicans, and I don't want to stand for all Democrats. So I ended up being in the independent party due to me not wanting to be forced into having to pick somebody. I didn't want to sit there in the ballots and be like, oh, I'm a Republican, so I have to pick this person because they're a Republican. Or I'm a Democrat, I have to pick this person as a Democrat. That's not the person I want to be. I don't want to be forced into having to pick somebody due to my political party system. I wanted to be able to have my own free choice on who I picked. So, seeing a lot of the people choosing certain people because of the political party they're in is actually nonsense to me and almost ridiculous. And people really need to start paying attention to who exactly they're picking, what they're standing for, instead of making excuses as to why they picked that person. But I'm still upset about it. That's why I really hadn't made a video all day. I haven't. I also got a migraine all up here because of this whole stupid election. It hasn't been a pretty day. But thank you all for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.